to improve the golden moment of opportunity and catch the good that is within our reach is the great art of life. A warm good afternoon, everyone. It gives me an immense privilege to invite Chief Guest Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey sir, Associate Dean IIT BHU, Guest of Honors Professor R. Mohanty sir, Professor Deven Singh sir, Professor S.K. Singh sir, faculty members, my dear friends, and the galaxy of intellectuals. I, Rajat Kesri, from the Department of Electrical Engineering IIT BHU, will be the host for the session. It's a matter of immense pride to stand before you all. On the behalf of IDFAT Hub Foundation and the Department of Electrical Engineering IIT BHU, we are delighted to offer a gracious welcome to all. The share for this particular notion were adjusted by a person who is not only a great motivation for all, but a visionary, and the person who gave us belief to bring this event all together. He is none other than coordinator of the short-term course on data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure, Dr. R.K. Singh sir, Associate Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU. May I take the pleasure of requesting our respected sir to present the overall course report. Sir, over to you now.
Thank you, Rajat. I don't know whether I deserve all these words, but thank you very much. Yeah, very good afternoon to you all. Chief guest of the event, Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey. Guest of honor, Professor R. Mohanty, Professor Deven Singh, Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh, and my co-coordinator, Dr. V.N. Lal, DL participants, friends, and my dear students. I take this opportunity to express my feeling of content to present the course report of the short-term course on data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure. In fact, I will present my report in 3 different layers. In layer 1, I'll give some of the glimpse of the IDAPT Hub Foundation under which this short-term course was conducted. In layer 2, I'll discuss the rationale behind the course and its objective. And finally, I'll share the detail of the various events that took place under this short-term course in these 6 days. So the short-term course on data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure is organized as a part of various activities of the IDAPT Hub Foundation, a Section 8 company that is established for developing technology innovation hub on data analytics and predictive technology under the National Mission on Cyber Physical System. I would like to share that under National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System, 27 institutions of the country have been awarded to develop TIH, and IIT BHU have been given to develop TIH on IDAPT. In order to execute the activities of TIH and IDAPT, we have identified 5 verticals, that is power, telecommunication, road transport and highways, defense research and development, and health and family welfare. So the activities that are envisioned under the IDAPT Hub Foundation are aimed to provide impetus to the smart cities mission, state-of-the-art defense infrastructure, development and health and family welfare of the country. It is planned to help in manufacturing via the invention of new products, services, and the creation of skilled young human resource and contribute to realizing the vision of digital India. Some of the major submissions of this IDAPT Hub Foundation are technology development, HRD and skill development, innovation, entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem, center of excellence, and international linkages and collaborations. Now coming on to the rationale and objectives of the course, as the main theme of the IDAPT Hub Foundation is data analytics and predictive technology, and the power is one of the identified verticals, So we kind of selected the theme of this STC accordingly. The idea was to have brainstorming sessions on the role of futuristic technologies such as DAPT and IoT for building a smart grid infrastructure. And to be very honest, initially, when the idea was conceived, we were a bit skeptical as neither DAPT nor IoT fall under our core expertise. But when we looked into the details, right, we found out that our entire work has a lot of DAPT and IoT perspective. So in this way, we could convince ourselves that, okay, these futuristic technologies are very much fitting in our ongoing work and has a lot of potential in infrastructural development of the power sector of a country. So once we got convinced, the task was to arrange the sessions so that it should cover every aspect of the theme of the course. And that includes DAPT, IoT, power electronics, grid infrastructure. And in this way, the objective was fixed to arrange technical sessions that include DAPT, IoT, power electronics, grid infrastructure, etc. So the plan was made to conduct lectures as well as hands-on training, both from academia and industry. So that was the overall, the way with which we actually conceived the entire plan of the short-term course. Now, friends, I'm extremely happy to share at this moment that we have received a total of 255 registrations from the country and abroad. And IEEE UP section has given sponsorship to this course. So we received registration from academic institutions as well as industry. We received registration from students, from faculty members, from the lab assistants, technicians, and personnel working in the industries. And the inaugural was conducted on day one. We know that, and it was graced by the Honorable Director IIT BHU, Professor Pramod Kumar Jain, and an eminent figure in the power sector, Honorable Dr. R.P. Singh. And the sessions were conducted from the eminent speakers from various IITs, NIT, IIIT, and industry. One session was conducted by an expert from University of Missouri. And in all, 12 lectures and 4 hands-on training have been conducted. And wide spectrum of topics from data analytics, IoT, machine learning, EV infrastructure, grid scenario, future scope, etc., have been covered in various technical sessions. And a very good attendance was recorded in all the sessions. And for this, I sincerely would like to extend my sincere thanks to the participants. And I firmly believe that the deliberations made in the various sessions is going to help in contemplating the future smart grid infrastructure. It will surely help us in conceiving the newer ideas that can be the part of development of the futuristic smart and intelligent power grid infrastructure. And as a course coordinator, I'm really very happy for a successful completion of this course. And at this point, I must take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to my team, my research scholars, especially Priyatos. Thank you very much, man. Priyatos, I'll again take his name. He has helped us a lot. He has worked very hard day and night for executing this short-term course. And my course co-coordinator, Dr. Lal, my senior professor, Professor Mahanti, for putting all their efforts for a successful run and ending of this course. So we have tried our best to maintain the proper professionalism in this course. However, if at all we did miss anything unknowingly, we accept it and will take it as a lesson for further improvement. And to me, valedictory is perhaps not an end. We take it as a new step to open and proceed for the next task. So thank you very much for being with us for this short-term course on data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure. And I'm extremely hopeful that this DAPT-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure is going to be a reality in the country sooner than later. So with these words, I'll stop I'll stop here. And once again, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to welcome Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh, sir, from the Department of Computer Science, IIT BHU, to deliver his experience and thought with us. Professor Singh is a reviewer of IEEE Electronics Letter, Optics Express, IEEE SMC, and other conferences. He is known for his work in biometrics, computer vision, image processing, video processing, pattern recognition, and artificial intelligence, and has collaboration with Dr. Afzal Noori, West Virginia University, USA. Professor Singh is a certified Novel engineer and a certified Novel administrator from Novel Network, USA. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Rajat, for nice introduction. Good afternoon to all of you, and especially Professor Dubey sir, Professor Mohanty, Professor Devendra, and I'm thankful to Dr. R.K. Singh and V.R. Lal for inviting me for this occasion. It's my pleasure to be here. So I think this whole course is very timely because nowadays everyone is talking about this data analytics. So in this digital era, this data is the new oil, and analytics is the new engine in today's digital era. And this has started, our society started from our this hunting society to this. Earlier we used to do make our livelihood through hunting. Then and gradually we moved to this super smart society, the concept given by Japan, that is society 5.0. So how we moved from this hunting society then to agrarian society, where we were dependent on agriculture. Then we moved to this industrial revolution. Then came, and then automation was done, and this steam engine came, and all the process was done. Then came the era of information technology, where these computers and internet came, and that totally revolutionized the whole world, or you can say our livelihood and our lives. So now we are living in society 5.0. The objective of society 5.0 is to make individual to live a fulfilling life. Fulfilling life is to make them happy and self-sustainable life. And the technologies like 5G, blockchain, artificial intelligence, that is really going to transform our society. And with this, the importance of this data analytics in the area can be explained by, I'll just take an example of this ice cream. I've taken some of the times I've take the example. I'll just tell you the short real incident that happened related to this, and I would like to demonstrate through this example, show that how this data analytics is very important. Once what happened that in USA, a person bought a new car, and he came to the complained in the night, in the winter cold night. He complained that when I eat vanilla ice cream, my car starts and there's no problem. But whenever I eat chocolate ice cream, big chocolate ice cream, our car doesn't start. So initially these people became skeptical about this, that what this, he may be drunk or something like that. So they ignored his call. Again, he complained the same thing. So then they thought that what has happened to him. So what they did, they deputed one person, and he went there and he reported the same thing, that the car is not starting when he is eating this chocolate ice cream. So they were unable to find the reason. What is the reason? Then they deputed the senior level persons who was having the knowledge of this data and other things. So he went and he observed that when the person is eating vanilla ice cream, it takes around some 8 to 10 minutes, and when he's eating this chocolate ice cream, it is taking about around some 20 minutes. So then he found the reason that when he's eating vanilla ice cream, this engine is still somewhat hot, but when he's eating this chocolate ice cream, the engine is fully cold. So this is how you can say that he found out the problem through data analytics. So my objective is to cite this incident to demonstrate that how this data analytics is useful. If we have sufficient data and the things are there, then we can easily diagnose the problem and solve the problems. And I think recently related to this where this data analytics can be useful to us and computer science can play an important role, is that recently we heard in the news that the cyber attacks on this our grid system, like these Chinese people try to disrupt the whole power system in Bombay and other things. So here also this data analytics can play a major role. And I think this whole session must have been very useful to the participants, and because of this pandemic, participants were not able to come here. So hopefully, whenever we'll be conducting the next session, so participants will be here and they'll be able to meet us personally and have the speakers, and that would have been much more better scenario. But still, whatever, I congratulate Dr. R.K. Singh and V.N. Lal to organize such a useful session, and really got very good feedback from them. That's all from my side. Thank you to all the experts and participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nothing great will be achieved without great men, and men are only great if they are determined to do so. We are happy to have Professor Deven Singh, sir, Head Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, as a guest of honor. Professor Singh has many journal articles, 14 chapters in the book, 18 conference proceedings, and a renowned personality in the distributed generation, load modeling, load flow, distribution system, and energy management optimization. Professor Singh joined IIT BHU in the year 2004 and currently serving as a head of Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU. Sir, over to you now. Sir, you are muted.
Hello. Yeah, thank you, Rajat. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. So I must first thank the organizer for honoring me with this place, honoring with me to this what you say the course, and I don't have much time to speak as time will be less, so I will start straight forward to my part of this, that is on smart grids. My work has been basically in that area, and since lot of lectures must have been there in the short-term course, so I'll just go by a basic current. What is the philosophy and how it changes this particular IoT or predictive technology, how they change the scenario, what you call today the smart grid. If you remember, earlier the first things where you have a generator, and then you have to supply some fixed set of, so a generator starts and a fixed set of loads would be there, and nothing will happen. Everything is orchestrated. Whatever is there, you just put it there, and that is like a movie. It's on a film. So you start it, end it. Every time you go, you see the same movie. So there is no change. It's like a movie. Later on, if you see, the times change. We had good computers, fast computing technologies, and then we could do something more, and that allowed us to change a script slightly in between. That means something new could happen. We can allow something new to happen, but very slightly new, not much, because that could be calculated, that could be predicted up to some extent, and action could be taken. So that was more like a theater. You can have small changes in your story, depending on the audience, maybe depending on the changes. So that was the time, or you can say mostly recent times we have seen this happening, that a small amount of change is okay for us in a grid. If you have a large change, we can do nothing. Everything is already there. We already know what can happen in the system, and we have a set of lookup table for that. If this happens, we'll do this. So it is more like a theater. You can have small changes, but not much. Now today, what we see, the predictive technologies have evolved so much that now we have to do the things impromptu, more like a stand-up comedy. So you go there, see what people are asking for, and then you have to perform. So that is what predictive technologies have led to, from a film to a stand-up comedy. And that is what is happening here. Is now the consumers can actually start selling, the sellers can start consuming, Anybody can move out of the hall, anyone can move into the hall, and you have to just manage those things thanks to the technology which we have. And that is the thing which allowed us to do all these things. You have renewables now, you have several things which will happen, all the things at the same time in a hall, and one person will see and perform to their satisfaction. So that is how the whole system of the smart grid, what we call today, we will see these communication technologies and the computation technology maturing further, and the times may come that single person may be selling or buying power at his will. And as you plug in for your softwares, you go to a website and plug in for a software. I want to use Microsoft Word, I want to use Google Drive, keep my things over there. It may happen with electricity also, that you can decide that today Mr. R.K. Singh is the Dr. R.K. Singh is not giving us good power. We'll go to VN Lal, and from the next hour you start getting power from VN Lal. So that may be possibility in not way off, but in near future. So I think that is all from my side to add from the smart grid. I thank the organizers again. I find that this has been a good audience. Thank you, RK, and thank you, VNLAL, for that.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to welcome Professor Ranjit Mohanty, sir, the Senior Most Faculty of Power Electronics Specialization from the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, and a very known personality in the field of power electronics to shower his blessings. He is also a member of various national level committees, expert committees, faculty selection committees, etc. Professor Mohanty has published several papers on multi-level inverters, hybrid converters, DC-DC converters, etc. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Rajat. Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey, Associate Dean, Academic Affairs and Coordinator, Biomedical Engineering Department, IIT BHU. Professor Devendra Singh, Head, Department of Electrical Engineering. Professor S.K. Singh, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Dr. R.K. Singh, Coordinator of the Short-Term Course. Dr. V.N. Lal, Co-Coordinator of the Short-Term Course. Participants and ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you in the validity session of the short-term course on data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid infrastructure. On behalf of the organizers and on my personal behalf, I express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the speakers and the participants for showing their knowledge and deliberation and discussions. Throughout the past 6 days, we have had an opportunity to listen several informative lectures on the importance of data analytics and predictive technology-driven IoT-based smart grid. I have been very much impressed by the interaction of participants on this short-term course. Various eminent professors were involved and discussed multiple research topics related to smart grid infrastructure and different integrations of renewable energy sources. At present, I will confine myself to one of the topics, which is power electronics. In this area, Professor B.G. Fernandes from IIT Bombay delivered an excellent talk on the importance of solid-state transformer in smart grid with multiple number of PV panels connected to the grid. He also informed about the latest switching devices in the field of power electronics research, such as silicon carbide and gallium arsenide. We have had the opportunity to meet Professor Sandeep Anand from IIT Bombay, who discussed very lively session regarding the role of solar inverter in smart grid. He also discussed regarding the growth of renewable energy sources in India and across the globe. We have also with us Professor Bhim Singh from IIT Delhi, who highlighted some crucial and vast research activities in grid-connected solar PV system. He also presented various facts and figures of the scenario of the current power system, different methodologies related to functionality of the grid integrated PV system were discussed by him. We have had an opportunity to see an overall view of the renewable energy-based power electronics converters and control methodologies by him. We have also had the opportunity to meet Professor Soumya Subranag from IIT Delhi, who gave us a glimpse of futuristic variation in the e-mobility in smart grid, the increasing scope of the electric vehicles and different aspects of installation was also discussed by him. Then we have Professor Shantanu Kumar Mishra from IIT Kanpur, who delivered an excellent and interesting talk on various challenges and issues in grid integration of solar PV system, different aspects and variation the grid connected PV system were also discussed by him. We have also Professor Shukumar Misra from IIT Delhi, who discussed about DC microgrid in detail. Many critical points related to grid integration was discussed by him. I hope that the participants of the short-term course will be benefited a great deal through the deliberations and discussions. On behalf of the organizers of this short-term course, I thank you all for your participation in this short-term course. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of person spread in all directions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey, sir, Associate Dean, Academic Affairs and Coordinator, School of Biochemical Engineering, IIT BHU, as the Honorable Chief Guest of this valedictory session. Professor Dubey has received his postdoctoral from Florida State University, USA. Professor Dubey has served at various levels, including head, chairman, student welfare board, faculty in charge, etc. in IIT Guwahati. He is also member of various national level committees, expert committees, faculty selection committee, etc. Professor Dubey has published over 150 articles in peer-reviewed journals and over 80 conference proceedings. He has 7 awarded and licensed USA patents as well as 3 Indian patents application to his credit. He has also written several books, chapters, and NPTEL online courses. Sir, over to you.
So Rajat, thank you very much. And I would rather like to join as organizer. I'm not chief guest. So within the institute, joining as chief guest is little I mean, uncomfortable. But anyway, Professor Sanjay Singh, head the Department of Computer Sciences and Engineering. Professor Devendra Singh ji, head Electronic Engineering. Professor Mahanti, Senior Professor of Electrical Engineering. Organizer of this event and very active member of IDFPT Foundation core team, Professor R.K. Singh, and co-organizer Professor Rian La. It's my pleasure and true privilege to join this event with all of you. And as Dr. Singh has already explained in detail the concept and origin of IDFPT Foundation, I have very little to add. This IDFPT Foundation started in IIT BHU with very ambitious goal, and we all are working as a team to make it as a grand success. And this is one of the events which is being supported through IDFPT Foundation Hub at IIT BHU. So we already had few events completed. As Dr. Singh was mentioning, we had a very good participation, means 250 participation in this short-term course in very short time. It's truly remarkable. And this shows that organizers have done excellent work. They have done really hard work. And I can see the list of speakers who have joined this event is remarkable. All the speakers are really well renowned and they are all best in their field. So I must congratulate organizers for organizing this event so successfully. I thank all these participants who have taken time and joined these events. I'm little misfit in this crowd because I am not really person from my core area is not really data analytics, but what I can understand about smart grid is, I mean, distribution of power from origin to its users in more efficient and more planned way, right? So what Dr. Singh was telling that, I mean, using the smart grid, we can do real-time management of electricity demand, products, and storage, etc. And when we do a real-time monitoring of all these requirements and usage by different users at different parts, then we generate a lot of data, like at what time we have different, at what time we have requirement of electricity, more requirement of electricity at some place, while at some place we have less requirement of electricity. How we can quickly switch from, I mean, how we can quickly switch the supply from one part and give supply to other part. So effectively managing these smart grid is this requires a lot of analysis of data, and this involves a lot of data analytics also, as Dr. Singh was mentioning. And this is truly remarkable that a lot of speakers have talked about all these concepts, and I'm sure that it must have been very beneficial for the participants. I mean, I can think from my side. You see, when we have a lot of data and everything is controlled by computer, as Professor Sanjay Singh was also mentioning, there was some cyber attack by some Chinese hacker. So this becomes a bigger challenge, and this would continue to be a bigger challenge in future also. How to handle this? I mean, how to handle this cyber attack when you have everything in form of, I mean, everything is being managed in network. And the other thing which comes in my mind, that when you have everything planned in terms of a smart grid, I mean, you might be requiring a lot of financial resources also. I mean, maybe some analysis in terms of a smart grid and requirement in terms of finance needs to be done. And also, we need to think how we can integrate the smart grid with the smart cities. Like already it's going on to some extent, but we all know we are also talking about Varanasi as a smart city. So how we can integrate the concept of a smart grid with the smart city of Varanasi. And we have had some discussion in our TIH core team also, how to start this smart grid from a smaller scale, how we can start this smart grid from a department, how we can start this smart electricity distribution system from a library. I think Dr. R.K. Singh is doing some work how to start some smart electricity distribution system in our admin building. So I'm sure that after this short-term course, many of young participants will get motivated and they will start thinking how to implement some of these concepts for benefit of our society, for benefit of our institute, for benefit of our city, and for larger benefit of our country. So, with these few words, I would congratulate this organizer again to have this event very timely. This is a very interdisciplinary event also, and considering the new education policy of government, we also have to promote all interdisciplinary concept in terms of learning. So I must congratulate the organizer for this great event, and I hope that participants have enjoyed. They had very academically enriching time for all these 5-6 days. I mean, it had some part missing. Participants could not come in the campus. Sometimes coming to campus is a different experience when you meet the speakers and join the event in person. So there was some missing component also, but as Professor Mohanty and Professor earlier speakers had mentioned that in future when we have any event, we would like you to come to the campus and see our campus and enjoy the campus also, our ITBHU campus also. So with these few words, I conclude and I congratulate organizers once again. And I thank all participants for joining us for all these 5-6 days. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. We are charmed by your fluency. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Every celebration is an experience. The external fades away. The internal lingers and echoes in the most depth of our hearts. We are reminded that the events like this are the milestone on the journey of life and reminders of God's strategy all through. As we come close to our valedictory ceremony, I invite co-coordinator of the short-term course, Dr. Vivek Nandanlal sir, Associate Professor from the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, to propose vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Rajat. The chief guest, Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey, Coordinator, School of Biomedical Engineering, IIT BHU. Our guests of honor, Professor Ranjit Mohanty, Senior Professor in Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh, Head of the Department, Computer Science and Engineering, IIT BHU, Professor D. Singh, Head of the Department, Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, the course coordinator, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Singh, all the participants and my dear students. Good afternoon, all of you. In this valedictory ceremony, I am extremely delighted and feel privileged to present the vote of thanks on behalf of the whole organizing team and my own personal behalf. I express my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Professor Vikas Kumar Dubey, Coordinator of School of Biomedical Engineering, IIT BHU, for gracing this occasion with his kind presence. And I am thankful to him for his words, sharing his views and information about the theme of this course and the activities of Technical Innovation Hub, under which this course was organized. I wish to extend my most humble thanks to our senior professor, Professor Ranjit Mohanty of Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, for his motivation and continuous guidance of this course. Thank you, sir, for your views about the power electronic perspective of the smart grid infrastructure. Thank you very much. My heartiest thanks and sincere thanks to Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh, Head of the Department, Computer Science and Engineering, IIT BHU, for his kind support for this course. I'm thankful to you for sparing your precious time and gracing this event and providing the information and knowledge about the data analytics, predictive technology, and Internet of Things. I further extend my thanks to Professor D. Singh, Head of the Department, Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, for gracing this event with his precious words. Thanks to all the eminent speakers for their sharing their expertise for the technical session of short-term course. My heartiest thanks to all the participants for their sincere involvement and exhilarated response in all the lecture and hands-on technical sessions. I express my thanks to Dr. Rajiv Kumar Singh, course coordinator, for conceiving the idea of the course and organizing it successfully. And he has been the real pillar strength of the whole process. Further, I mention my sincere thanks to IEEE UP chapter for giving sponsorship to this event. At the end, I'm extremely pleased and thankful to all my dear students who have put their best energy for the success of this program. All our students worked tirelessly day and night for the completion of this course. They also have conducted very useful hands-on training sessions as well. My sincere appreciation and big applause for them. Finally, I again express my thanks to all the dignitaries, participants, my dear friends and students. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The end of story is the new beginning for many others. On this note, let's conclude a remarkable, memorable, and knowledgeable short-term course. On the behalf of IDA-PT Hub Foundation and the Department of Electrical Engineering at ITVSU, we sincerely thank the dignitaries and the recognized expert lecturer for being with us throughout the course and enlightening us with the enthusiastic remarks. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So-
respected Lal sir. Thank you, respected Rajiv sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anurag. I can identify your voice, Anurag. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And dear participants, you will be given the feedback form. So I request everyone to fill that one and get back to us immediately as soon as possible by today itself. So we'll
Sure,
be
sir.
circulating that feedback form to you. So that feedback form contains your overall experience and section-wise experience. So I request everyone to please fill that one and get back to us. Submit it to us. Thank you very much,
Sure.
everyone.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Jai Hind.